Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I hope that the videos we keep uploading are helping you out. On this video guys, I'll be tackling the 8th question from the St. Anne's Diocesan College preliminary exam, which was written in the year of 2023. Please do expect a total number of 10 videos since the question paper had 10 questions in total. That simply means each and every question will have its own video guys. And please guys, do take this seriously. I strongly believe that knowing how to tackle exam questions will give you an edge whenever you write a preliminary exam, and most importantly your final examination. So please do share the video to your peers so that they may have the same edge as you. And please guys, do help us grow the channel by just subscribing. Okay, we are told that the graph of f of x is drawn over here, and then f of x passes the point of A, which has coordinates of 3 and 3. The first question guys, they want us to determine the inverse of f of x in the form of y is equal to something. Okay, if f of x is equal to the square root of 3x, are you together, where x is greater or equal to 0. That means the inverse of x, guys, will have this domain as well. Are you together? The inverse of f of x will have that domain. Okay. Now let's go and find the inverse of f of x, because this notation over here indicates that you are looking for the inverse function. For us to find the inverse function, guys, we must reflect our original graph on the line y is equal to x. This basically means I must just interchange both x and y. So I'll simply have x on the left hand side, and then inside the square roots I will have y. But remember that guys, the equation should be in the form of y. That simply means I must just isolate y. How can I isolate y? Firstly, I just need to remove the square root by just squaring both sides. Whenever I do so, I'll end up having x squared is equal to 3y, and therefore y will just be equal to 1 over 3 multiplied by x squared. So this is my inverse graph. 1 over 3 times x squared. Are you together? Okay. And then now I'm being asked that for which values of x is the graph of f of x above the graph of the inverse of f. Okay. If guys I were to draw my inverse, the value of a is positive, so my graph would simply be like this. My graph would have simply be like that. Are you together? Oh no, let me just draw it like this. Yes, my graph would have simply be like that. Now guys, however, since the inverse was, since rather the original graph was restricted, so is the inverse. It has to be restricted as well. Are you together? So this part over here must be removed. Are you together? That part over there must be removed. So they want us to find the values of x whereby the graph of f of x is above the graph of the inverse of x. Remember that this graph, the black graph over here, indicates f of x, and then this one, it's just the inverse of f of x. They want us to find the values of x whereby the black graph is above the red graph. I can only see that over here. So that statement is true whenever x is just in between 0 and 3. Then the black graph will be above the red graph. Okay, and then now we are told that the exponential graph g of x has the following properties. It has a range whereby y is greater than 4. That simply means g of x, guys, is basically equal to b to the power x minus 4. Are you together? Because the range, guys, is always it simply means that your graph is either above the asymptote or below the asymptote. Since the graph will be above the asymptote, I'm assuming that I'm not assuming, I know that the coefficient of b squared is a positive number. Are you together? So my graph will simply be either increasing above the asymptote or decreasing above the asymptote. Are you together? But now we are told that the graph is increasing. So our graph basically looks like this. Are you together? And then it passes through a point 1 and negative 1. They want us to determine the y-intercept, but I cannot just determine the y-intercept. Okay, I don't have to find the equation of the graph, guys. Né? If that's the case, because I wanted to find the equation of the graph and then determine the y-intercept, but I don't have to. I have g of x is equal to b to the power x minus 4. For me to find the y-intercept, guys, I know that what happens on the y-axis is that x is equal to 0. So I just want to find the y value whenever x is equal to 0. Are you together? I have b to the power of 0, and I know that anything to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. So I'll simply have 1 minus 4, and that will give me a negative 3. So therefore, my y-intercept, the x value is 0, and the y value is just negative 3. This is how, guys, you were supposed to determine the y-intercept. You didn't have to find the value of b first and then go and find the y-intercept, because whatever value it is, at the end of the day, guys, you will get negative 3 as your y coordinate whenever your graph cuts your y-axis. So that's how, guys, you're supposed to deal with this question over there. So please, guys, do stay tuned and wait for more videos. Thank you.